If you enjoy the stories on my channel, please support me by subscribing. Your subscription motivates me to keep creating content. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into today's story. I told my husband I was out with friends, but he was at the same restaurant. The moment our eyes met across the room, I felt the world tilt beneath me. I froze, a forkful of risotto halfway in my mouth. My husband, my faithful, sweet husband, stood just 20 feet away, staring at me with an expression I'll never forget: shock, hurt, and something colder. Realization. I had lied. But before you judge me, let me explain how I got here, how I ended up caught in the most humiliating, soul-wrenching trap I'd unknowingly set for myself. My name is Evelyn, and up until that night, I thought I had everything under control. My marriage to Nathan was safe, predictable. We had been together for 7 years, married for 5. We had routines, a mortgage, and 2 golden retrievers. But somewhere along the way, the spark died. We stopped being lovers and started being roommates with shared bills and polite goodnights. Then came Eric. He was new at my office, confident, magnetic, a little reckless in a way that made you lean in closer without realizing. He noticed things Nathan hadn't in years. My new haircut, the way I added cinnamon to my coffee, the color of my nails. I didn't set out to cheat. I didn't even realize I was cheating at first. The innocent conversations at the copier turned into flirty Slack messages, which turned into lunches that ran long. And then that one Friday night, I didn't go home. Afterward, I told myself it was a mistake. I'd end it, but I didn't. I told Nathan I was having girls' nights more often, and he never questioned me. That made it easier. Too easy, until last Saturday. Eric had made a reservation at this quiet little Mediterranean restaurant downtown. It wasn't our usual spot, which made me feel safe. I even joked that we were becoming reckless. He just smirked and said, "Maybe I want to get caught." I should have listened to that red flag, but instead I laughed. I told Nathan I was going to Claire's place. Claire, my best friend, my alibi. She'd covered for me before, but this time she was out of town. I lied anyway, texting him, "We're doing a spa night. Might stay over." He texted back, "Have fun. Love you." God, that stung. When I walked into the restaurant with Eric, I felt bold, pretty even. I wore a silk blouse Nathan hadn't complimented in months. I felt like a woman again, not just a wife. We were seated near the back, cozy and hidden. Or so I thought. About an hour in, right after our appetizers, I heard a laugh that made my stomach flip. It was Nathan's. I would have recognized it anywhere. I turned slowly, like my body already knew it was about to betray me. And there he was, standing beside the hostess, glancing around the room. I ducked. Eric whispered, "What's wrong?" "My husband." I choked. "He's here." Eric blinked. "Are you serious?" "Get up," I hissed. "We have to go." Too late. I don't know what gave me away. Maybe it was the panic on my face. Or maybe fate just decided it was time. Because as I stood and reached for my purse, Nathan's eyes found mine, and everything stopped. He didn't yell. He didn't storm over. He just stared. I watched his expression shift, confusion, then understanding, and then devastation. Like the moment a candle flickers and dies. The light just went out in his eyes. I whispered, "I'm so sorry." He turned and walked away. I ran after him. Eric forgotten. I didn't even grab my coat. "Nathan," I called, pushing through the crowd. He was already at the door. Outside, the cold air slapped me. I found him standing by his car, jaw clenched, his breath clouding in the winter night. "Please," I begged. "Let me explain." He didn't look at me. "Explain what? That you're not with Claire? That you're screwing your co-worker while I'm out buying groceries and walking our dogs?" I flinched. It wasn't supposed to be like this. He turned to me then, and his eyes, God, his eyes, were full of betrayal. "How long?" I hesitated. That was my first mistake. He laughed bitterly. "That long, huh?" 3 months, I said. "But it wasn't just 3 months," he repeated. "And you looked me in the face every day, slept beside me, told me you loved me." I do love you. He stepped back. Don't. Silence stretched between us, sharp and unbearable. Then he asked, how many people knew? I couldn't answer. Because yes, Claire knew. A few co-workers probably suspected. I had turned our marriage into a secret everyone was in on, but him. Nathan shook his head, disgusted. You made me a joke. I cried then, harder than I ever had. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was just lost. We were lost. So instead of talking to me, you lied. I thought you didn't care anymore. He looked at me for a long time. You know what's funny? I came here tonight to surprise you. I was going to pick up takeout from your favorite place, swing by Claire's, and drop it off. I wanted to show you I still did care. I covered my mouth, sobbing. Oh my God. Yeah, he said quietly. Guess I was the only one still trying. He got into his car. I stepped forward. Nathan, please don't go. But the door shut, and just like that, he was gone. I stood there on the sidewalk, shaking, while strangers passed me, giving me curious glances. I didn't care. I had destroyed the one thing that ever felt solid. That night, I didn't go back to Eric. I went home alone. I sat in our bedroom, surrounded by the ghosts of our life, his flannel shirt on the chair, the empty dog bed he'd probably taken to his room, the picture of us on our honeymoon, still smiling, still pretending. I texted him, called, left voicemails. No reply. A week passed, then two. Then a manila envelope appeared in my mailbox. No note, just the cold finality of divorce papers. That was when I knew he wasn't coming back. Claire cut me off too. She said she couldn't be part of the damage anymore. I didn't blame her. Eric tried to reach out once. I blocked him. I didn't want him, not really. I wanted to rewind time. But the truth is, I can't. I told one lie to escape the dull ache of routine. And I lost everything that made me feel safe in the first place. So now I sit here, signing papers I never imagined I'd see, mourning a man who loved me enough to forgive boredom, but not betrayal. I still see his face when I close my eyes. That moment in the restaurant, the exact second he realized who I really was.